Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Tuesday, August 18th. Mike Southward, how are you?
I am fantastic. Thank you.
You sound as powerful as you look. Are you
still It's a Tuesday morning. Gotta love it.
Are you still living in Tampa?
I am, yes, down here in Channelside.
Okay. Glad that didn't make you move.
Yeah. Yeah, well, our office, although we're not in the office, is only a couple blocks from where I live, so it worked out perfectly.
That's awesome. Cool. Well, I'm going to start my meeting with probably a 5 or 10 minute, then I'll get you up right after me.
Sounds good. Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll listen in.
Oh, please do. And the managers will be joining in too. So let's see, our audience is building. We're typically up over 100, so you got to get some kudos with Nebraska today for spreading the OfferPad word.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Jump into my agenda. Okay, I'm calling this an all hands on deck. Good morning, Thomas. All hands on deck meeting. Because guys, you know, I'm preaching to the choir here, but I want to thank you guys for showing up and engaging, because this is important times and we're doing some real important stuff, and we can't get everything done if we don't have your buy-in. So you being here is what makes it all work, and we are doing fantastic right now, and it's just absolutely amazing. So thank you for all you do. Mike Ferry is an old guy now, but there's something about his message that is just tried and true, and I have a lot of respect for him. So I'm going to share his messages with you, and I've been doing this now for, gosh, probably 4 or 5 months. Mike says this morning's list of quotes all came from various sources over the last week and 10 days. I believe they apply to most of us, depending on what we're trying to accomplish and do. That presumes that you are set out to accomplish and do things, which leads us to our primary aim and why we're doing what we're doing. The first quote applies primarily to those that are trying to build a business through a team or through other people. I've enjoyed putting this list together for you, and I hope you enjoy it. You don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business. Interesting. Because if you want to think about it, we really are just a team, right? We have a team. You've got all the admin support, all the management support. We are just one big team, and we don't build a business, we build people. And I've watched some of you grow so much, and I'm just so excited to see how you're going to continue to grow, and that's what we do. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Keep moving forward. That one just really hits home to me. There's so much bullshit out there about magic answers and do this and you just make more money, you don't have to work. That ain't it, guys. I'm sorry. This is a tactile business. It's a contact sport. And you know, we're teaching new ways to contact, but nevertheless, it is a contact business. And that's what we have to do. There are no shortcuts. So I know it's not sexy or romantic, but it is true. Appreciate where you are in the journey that you're on, even if it's not where you want to be. Every season serves a purpose. Interesting. Look how much we've grown as a result of the pandemic, right? Haven't we all tried new things and gotten new things done and had a new respect for the way things were and a new respect for the way things are? I'm not sure who needs to hear this. Don't quit no matter what's going on. Thank God we didn't quit. You know what would have happened if we had quit in March? When we got locked in our houses and told to wear a mask and don't go and talk to anybody? What if we just quit? Thank God we didn't. Some people did. A lot of people did. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you something in a minute that'll prove that point. Number 5, last one. Some of us are sitting around waiting for Superman to appear. There is no Superman. There is simply you and the goals you've set. Once again, presuming that you've set some goals. Enjoy the week. Talk to you next Monday. Thank you for the inspiration, Mike. All right, here's my message. 84 agents took 115 listings. Chris, what happened to the 300 agents? I don't know. Thomas, what happened to the 300 agents?
Hopefully they tried.
They tried. They're working it for this one. 141 agents worked on 315 sales. Holy sugar. 300 guys, we're doing 200, 250 was a decent month. 315 is fantastic. And 141 agents shared in those 315 sales. That's almost an average of 2 point something sales per person that's playing the game. And I'm going to show you some of that too. 132 agents participated in 260 closings for $2 million in closed revenue. Seldom have we ever hit $2 million in a month. I mean, $1.6 million, $1.7 million is a really good month. $2 million is a fantastic month. And we're in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic worldwide lockdown. So that was said in there real quick. Okay, here's the deal. Our goal is to make you aware of things you can do, should have capitalized O, to generate business. Our goal is to make you aware of things that you can do to generate business. Ah, God, he's so not romantic. Are you aware of and engaging with the knowledge points we've been exposing you to? I wish we could do it for you, but we can't. In the last 2 weeks, I'm going to ask you this. How many customers have you exposed to the home renovation loans that we learned about 2 Fridays ago? Sorry, 2 Thursdays. No, yeah, Thursday or Fridays ago. That's a question. I wish I could see you all. How many of you have exposed your customers to home renovation loans? As simple as saying, hey guys, just got out of a training class and we learned that there's 0 down home renovation loans, which means we all know the market's scarce. There's not many good houses out there, but you can basically find a beater and borrow the money and make it beautiful yourself. Let me know if you or anybody you know would be interested in a home renovation loan. Hey guys, I just spent 3 hours getting certified with a continuing education class on home renovation loans. You can know that type of stuff. A quick little video. That was not a phone, that was a video talking to your camera. And then you post that on Instagram or Facebook, or as I learned yesterday, a Facebook story, which has to be rotated in a certain way, but you can watch that class yesterday. That's one opportunity. 2 opportunities. How many customers have you exposed to the first time home buyer down payment grants? Oh my God. Hey guys, just got out of my meeting. Today we met some people that specialize in first time home buyer down payment grant money, where you can get 3 or 4%, almost your entire down payment given to you and forgiven. Do you know anybody who's a first time home buyer that would like to get into a home? Let me know. What are these, 15-second videos? So question is, how many customers have you exposed to first time home buyer down payment grants? Now, that could be a phone call to your sphere of influence. That could be a written letter to a farm. That could be a video post. It could be a Canva post. It could be a Facebook story. It could be an Instagram story. It could be all of those things. It could be on LinkedIn. It could be on any of the things that Mike has been showing you how to do. Look, I'm talking like I actually know what social media is. That's hilarious to me. Number 3, how many social posts are you pushing a day? And now we're going to give you the opportunity to post a story and into the newsfeed. And Mike sent his first one out today. So that's, I mean, how many brokerages are providing content for you to post? Never mind telling you how to post it the most efficient and effective ways. So question 2 is, how many social posts are you publishing a day? Right, remember I said this is a contact sport? But contact has a wider definition now. And then I said, what other management team is delivering the content? So that's kind of my message theme today is, are you taking advantage of the leadership that's being pushed on you? Because it really is. We want you to exceed and do better. But when I see, the report that I got these numbers from, I don't agree with, but Century 21's reports have different meanings for different things. So this particular report leaves out some agents, like if they got a history of like 6 months of doing nothing, it doesn't count them. And there's a lot of those people. But anyway, the 84 agents out of 300 and something taking a listing is not very impressive. So I know at least 100 people are not taking advantage of this stuff, which is kind of silly. 141 out of 300 working on sales and 132 getting closings. Man, it's a lot, not a lot. And basically those are probably you guys that are watching right now, because we're almost up to 100. Okay. Mr. Southward, let me close my screen. So Mike Southward was in a previous life, the president of Lennar Homes. And Mike and Thomas kind of worked together. And then Mike got his real estate license, came to work for us in the Brandon office. And then Mike got promoted, or got stolen, if you will, from a company called OfferPad. And now he is, well, Mike, take over and tell us what you're up to.
Yeah, absolutely, Craig. I appreciate you guys giving me the opportunity, Craig and Thomas and the rest of the management team, and really and kudos to the entire Beggins family. These the programs, the training you have every day. There are still things that I employ based on the training, on the information I learned and gleaned from the training. So this stuff is so valuable, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. You know, as Craig said, I'm with OfferPad, and again, I commend the group for taking on the opportunity to learn about what really is another tool that you can put in your toolbox and help you with your customers, and that is our 3% agent referral program. You know, this is just my goal here is just to give you some knowledge. This, and I'm sure you've heard Craig speak of this before. Knowledge gives you options, and options for you and your seller, which empowers you both to make the best decision for your seller and for their families. And my email, mike.southward@offerpad.com. Feel free to shoot me a note if you have any questions. I'm more than happy to answer them. Or my cell phone is, got a pen handy, 813-478-4535. And I'll answer text or calls, so feel free. But so the question, why would a client use OfferPad? Because guys, you know, it's not for everybody. It is, and I'll tell you that up front, there's still a huge need for the services the agent provides, that personal touch. It's there. But there as we found, there's a certain clientele out there that likes the options that OfferPad provides. And first of that is control, in that they can pick their closing date. We can close in as little as 20 days or as long as 90 days. And if they're with a builder, if they're going to build a new home, we can close 180 days out. And with that control comes flexibility, because as we know in our business, nothing ever happens the way we want it to. And a date may be set in stone 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 5 days out, and come day of closing, something goes south. Well, if that date has to change, we're completely flexible and we can adjust. It also gives the seller freedom. And we find a lot of our folks, especially in today's environment, have an appeal for the fact that they don't have to show their homes, they don't have open houses, they don't have to, you know, pack up the kids and the pets for a last minute showing, those kind of things. It's just with the pandemic fears, whether real or not, they have them and it's real, and we are getting people, you know, they're coming to us for that reason. It also gives them peace of mind, because OfferPad, a cash offer, presents certainty in that they don't have to wait for offers. There's no concerns about spending money on getting the home market ready. We do that. There's no contingent sales, no worries about, you know, loan approvals, the buyers losing their job at the last minute. A buyer splurge purchase, I've experienced in the past, where they buy something the week before closing and lo and behold, their underwriting falls through. And we also offer post-possession. So if something comes up at the last minute, we can still close on their home, and they can stay in their home for up to 3 days after closing. Now, we do charge there's a $1,000 deposit that's taken out of the proceeds by the title company, held in escrow, and that money is released once the seller leaves the home and we can inspect it. So they have that post-possession option, and we'll move them for free. If they live within 50 miles, or if their new residence is within 50 miles of their existing residence, we'll take care of their move. All they got to do is pack up their boxes. We have a professional moving company come in, and we'll take their items to their new home. And you know, this whole process, the best way I can analogize it to is really, it's like buying a new car and selling your existing on Craigslist. And I don't know if anybody has done that. I have, and it is, you know, can be excruciating. You know, you've got the calls coming in, you've got the people coming by, they want to test drive it, they want to take it to their buddy, the mechanic, to look at it. They want to tell you they're coming up Saturday morning with a check and they don't show up. You know, all those things. Or you take it in to a dealership and you basically walk out with a brand new car in 3 or 4 hours. The end result, you've got your car you want. You're going to get a little bit less for the car you trade in than you can online, but it's just a much easier process. And that's the appeal that people see in a company like OfferPad. Now, I mentioned it a couple of times where we have builder partners, and if you have a customer that's looking for a new home, we offer them some additional services. For us here in Tampa right now, we are partnered up with MI Lennar And even though Lennar has a partnership with, or they had a partnership with Open Door, at least in Tampa, Open Door is not operating yet. So we've partnered with Lennar, the Pulte Builders, Del Webb, Pulte Centex, Homes by West Bay, Sunrise, Meritage, Miranda Weekly, and now Beazer. And we work with some of the other builders, but these are the main builders that we partnered with. Our Tampa market, we buy homes in communities from Spring Hill to the north, all the way down to Port Charlotte and east to Winter Haven. And of course, Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough, Polk counties. So anybody living in those areas, we can help. And by the way, if you have a client that's relocating, say from the East Coast, we can still help them. Our Orlando division spans from Jacksonville to the north down to Port St. Lucie in the south. So if somebody's coming over from the East Coast, we can help them as well. It's the same process that you would follow. And just kind of an idea of the buy box that we have. OfferPad will purchase any home up to $500,000, give or take. We purchased a couple that were $525,000, $550,000, but that's about our max. We'll buy single-family homes, condos, townhomes. We buy in gated communities, active adult, and of course, homes in varying conditions. There are some homes that we don't buy, or some items that we won't purchase, and that would be land, farmland, homes on over 1 acre lots. And again, that's a give or take. If it's an acre and a half or acre and a quarter, we'll take a look at it. But generally, those are in rural areas, and we just don't feel that just doesn't fit our business model. And areas where the a current home builder is active in the community. Now, this would be applied to newer communities. We purchase homes in Fishhawk, we purchase homes in South Fork. Communities that have been a while where there's still new build activity, but there's enough separation, or the seller has been in the home long enough to have equity to where this whole thing works out. And of course, we won't buy homes with significant foundation issues if they have a sinkhole, for example. So that's kind of our buy box. And then how this whole program works is pretty simple. The qualifications are that the home cannot have been listed on the MLS in the previous 30 days before you submit it. And it can't be listed while it's under contract or after COE. Now, that's pretty much a no-brainer, but our attorneys require us to put that in here. So anyway, that's it. The agent and seller has not submitted a request on the property in the previous 30 days prior to submission. So if a homeowner submitted it 20 days ago and they get in touch with an agent, and the agent says, hey, I've got this program you might want to consider, and then they resubmit it with the agent submitting it, it wouldn't qualify. So just make sure that you talk to your clients and understand if they did submit it, and if they have, when they did. So if it's longer than 30 days, then we're good. And then the only thing we need is current photos, interior, exterior photos. It can't be from the previous listing, but front and rear yards, kitchen, family room, bath. And all this is for us to really understand the home and what's in it and the finishes, so that we can give the absolute best value we can. The steps, again, you go to offerpad.com, just submit the request on behalf of your clients. It's pretty simple. It'll take you through the steps. You put in the address. Majority of the information is populated off of public record in terms of the square footage and bedroom and bath, but just make sure everything is accurate. They'll take you through the types of finishes that are in the home, and then they'll give you an opportunity to add any pertinent information on the home, on the community, anything that you think will help us build value, or if there's some things that are going to be an issue, like it needs a new roof, for example, we can do that, and we'll build it into the price and let them know up front. And by the way, we have a rental department that renovates home for us, and we do on average about 50 to 60 homes a month. So we get volume pricing on shingles, on air conditioning units, on all those kind of things. So we don't charge anything additional above what it cost us to do a renovation. So our customers get our pricing for the renovations. That's not a profit center for us. The agent, you guys must submit the offer. So don't count on the seller submitting it and putting your name in there, because I'll tell you, 50% of the time they just don't do it. So I would ask that you guys go through and say, hey, look, I'll take care of the submission. You'll get an offer within 24 hours. And as the seller's agents, we work directly with you. Every step of the way, you'll get the offer. You'll be able to negotiate on your client's behalf if you feel that's the need. And you can help us if there's some information that we missed or something we can do better. Please let us know. And as long as everything, the qualifications that I talked about on the left side there are met, you'll get your 3% referral fee at the close of escrow. That's really, these are the markets we work in. So if you have somebody relocating from one of these markets, all at the East Coast, from Texas, of course, Arizona and Las Vegas, and we're planning to go into several markets this year, but COVID kind of killed that deal. But we'll be expanding into the Midwest and more of the far west, Colorado, over the next 2021 and the next 12 to 18 months. So that's really it. I mean, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. And I would open it up to questions. I can unshare my screen.
So, Mike, I was intrigued that you're working with Lennar when they actually bought part of Opendoor.
Yeah, well, it was funny, and they did, and I talked to Mark Matheny about that, and just if he had any concerns, from Mark's perspective, he said, look, we're partnered with Opendoor, but we're really looking for the best options for our clients. And if that's OfferPad, that's fine. And they've been a major part of our new home builder business and continue to be. So, and I don't, they did use Opendoor. There's no doubt about it. But, and look, clients that come to us, I know that they're shopping us against Opendoor and Zillow. We win our share because I think we do a good job. We have a local team, and we truly do care about the customer. We want to make sure we do a good job with them.
Dick Wilson asks, what about closing costs? We've seen, I know Opendoor, certainly we had a commission and had some other bonus costs in there too.
So closing costs are for the seller. All they pay are the doc stamps and estoppel, any tax related issues with the home. And of course they're prepaid. So doc stamps, estoppel, HOA fees, and if they had, any prorated fees, but we take care of title insurance and virtually all the other closing costs. And of course there's the free move.
Oh, it's not actually about the free move, because is that packing too, or just transporting what's already packed?
It is not packing. It is transporting what is packed. They'll also have to disassemble their beds. Now, they can provide additional services. They just got to let the moving company know up front. There will be a charge for that, but it'll be nominal. There's a major fee, of course, is packing, loading everything up, moving it, and unloading everything.
All right, so we know you can't afford to pay true market value because you're going to put the house back on the market and sell it. So what do we expect as a typical discount? Is it 5 or 10%?
I would say closer to that. Yeah, 5 to 10% range is a pretty good one. And it's going to vary by sub-market. In stronger markets, where we know that the market's going to appreciate, we'll take some chances to get a little stronger on our offers. In rural areas, we take that into account. It's really based on months of supply, available inventory, and the price point. And again, anything under 250, we know is going to sell like hotcakes. Anything over 300, it's going to take a little longer. So we factor that in.
Right. Well, I'm very impressed that you're showing the value that an agent has by paying us 3%. That's a very generous statement. And I think, let me finish that. So I think in return, I want to make sure that our agents aren't, shit canning the concept, because this is a realistic concept that's very good for some people. So let's talk about that for a second. There's people like, let's say I had an aunt in Ohio who passed away and she left me her house. I know nothing about that market. I don't want to fly there. I don't want to mess with it. All right. OfferPad I can get Ashley to send me a referral to an agent in Idaho or wherever I said I was. And that agent can put an offer in an offer, if they were in that market, of course. Put an offer on OfferPad and get me my referral fee off a 3% commission, and just a quick and seamless sale. So there's lots of opportunities like that. Yeah, I thought Ashley would like that. Lots of opportunities where it's just not worth it. Have you ever seen somebody, think about it. Mike, you made the comment of trading your car in at a dealership. You're not going to get the best deal at a dealership, right? But they make it convenient. You bring it in, they look at it, they give you a price. Now, if you wanted to take it and get it waxed and washed and put it on Craigslist and deal with all the crap, that's what they're doing. So fantastic. And I didn't know we as an agent could submit, so that makes it really good.
Yeah, no, we asked that, and we want to take advantage of the agent's knowledge of the home and the community. Like I said, if they have information that can help us provide a better offer, because look, we're in this business to buy homes, and it doesn't do us any good to make a crazy offer that people just aren't going to accept. We want to maximize our offer to the customer, understanding that we can maximize our profit at the end. So it behooves us and behooves our partners to give us as much information as we can, and we'll give you the best offer we can.
Mike, what's driving the change from, because you guys were offering a 1% referral to agents, correct, before, but now they're offering a 3%. What's really driving that?
Just what Craig said, recognizing that agents provide value to us, and we need to partner up with them and across the country, not just here in Tampa, but partner up and take advantage of that. And recognizing that an agent bringing us a client is no marketing dollars out that we have to spend. That's somebody bringing us, so we can counterbalance the additional 2% by that. A marketing spend, as you guys know, is extremely expensive, especially when you're buying TV and radio and that stuff. So that's what drove it. We really feel it's a better move for us to partner up with our agents and take advantage of their knowledge of the market and their ability to help us get the seller to understand what's best for them.
Hey, Mike, in closing, let me ask you, if you don't mind, if you'd share, like, what kind of business are you doing in Tampa Bay right now on a monthly basis, and what would you like to see as your target market share?
So when we went into the year, last year, let me just retract. Last year we sold 600 homes, sold and closed 600 homes. Our goal this year was roughly a 25% increase, so get us up to about 800. And we were tracking that through about the first part of April. Then of course, COVID was already well entrenched, and we cut that back. Fast forward to today. We are really kicking ourselves for not maintaining business, because as you guys know, the market is very hot, and the homes that we do purchase are not staying on the market very long. We're building our inventory back up. This month we're going to purchase 43 homes, and we're targeted in September to purchase 55. And we want to stay in that 40 to 55 range through the end of the year, and then we're looking to ramp it up even further. So back up to that 60 to 70 range through the first quarter and second quarter of 2021.
So when we're talking to a seller, just full disclosure, what are your closing costs? You're paying title insurance, so all they're paying is doc stamps.
Yes.
And offer pads. Are you charging a 7 or 9% fee or something?
Doc stamps and a estoppel fee. That our fee to the client is 7.5%.
And you're paying title insurance, so that's 1% of it anyway.
Yes.
And then you're paying us 3%.
That's correct. And again, our thing is it's just the ease of the process. They don't have to.
Oh, I get it.
Does.
Okay. If they don't pay them anything, will they offer a lower price? Oh, do you ever just reject, or do you?
What's that?
I don't understand the question. It says they don't pay them anything, they will offer a lower price. I don't know what that means. Molly, if you want to clear that up for me. Kim Bowden says, if the agent submits the property to OfferPad, is the purchase offer amount sent directly back to the agent or to both the seller and the agent?
No, it'll go to the agent.
Oh, good. So we present it.
Yeah, so you present it, and if you have any questions beforehand, we have a team on hand that can answer.
Sherry is asking if an agent gets you a deal. Well, first of all, are you holding these homes to rent them, or are you holding these homes to flip them?
Right now, we're holding the flip. We are looking at an SFR arm that we are testing in other markets. At some point, if the home fits that model, we may look to put that into a rental. But for right now, our goal is to purchase them, do any renovation that's needed, and put them back on the market.
Do you ever list them with a local broker, or do you list them with yourselves?
No, we list it with ourselves.
Good. The fee off the offer price is 7.5%, Molly.
Yes.
Cool. Well, that's very informative, guys. This is not a competitor. This is an additional business model that is just different than what we do, and I really appreciate the fact that they're seeing the value we bring and are going to pay us our full commission. So this is an option. And, just like, remember we were teaching the strategic pricing analysis a lot. The bottom left-hand corner had what's the AVM say it's worth, what's the RVM say it's worth, what's the Zillow say it's worth. This is just another one of those tools. There are varied degrees of value associated with the property through the eyes of different algorithms. right? It's just what it is. And you're not going to hide this shit. It's going to be out on the street. It's on the radio. It's on the TV. It's on Facebook ads. So you have to keep your friends close. And I don't mean this in a bad way, Mike, enemies closer. But
no offense taken.
we're partners, right? It's just another option
Absolutely.
that may work for some. So
Well,
very good, Mike. Well, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well, and especially through the pandemic.
yeah, absolutely. I appreciate the time. Everybody, good luck and have a great month.
Keep your mask on. Stay safe.
You bet.
I
Thank
just
you.
fogged up my glasses when I said that. Good seeing you, dude.
You bet. Take care, guys.
All right. Cool beans. All right, I'm gonna hit my agenda real quick. That was Mike. Then we go to here, which says, oh, let's hear from management.
Well, did anybody just get excited about attacking FSBOs?
Good point.
Old expireds, just checking.
Well, guys, we have RealSure, we have OfferPad. I mean, shit, Duncan Duo's advertising on the radio. Call us for a free offer. They're probably just going to Open Door or OfferPad. You all have every friggin' tool you could ever want. Call a FSBO and say, I can get you an offer. Would a FSBO feel more comfortable having you bring them an offer from OfferPad or OfferPad bring them an offer from OfferPad? No money out of their pocket. They get an agent representing them versus not being represented against a company like OfferPad. Do you think you could maybe negotiate a little bit up or down with OfferPad? Hell, even if they beat your commission down to 2%, you'd still get 2% from a FSBO and not have to do anything. You get a cash buyer and a free move. It's crazy. Sherry, it's all algorithm based, and it's the mood of the algorithm at the time of day and the speed at which they're trying to buy. If it gets really hot, they'll slow it down. They'll start offering less. If it's really desperate, they'll pay more because they're a publicly traded company. They got to show motion, and that will lead to making bad decisions at times. OurCurrentHomePrice.com just doesn't have the funding behind it to buy their house, but they can certainly give them a competition. Tony Rita said, I just beat OfferPad. This is a good point, Tony said. I just beat OfferPad, made the seller $18,000 more. See, that's important. Now, Tony, if you're still listening, did you present the OfferPad offer or did they go to OfferPad without you? No, sir. Dick said, do we need a listing agreement for OfferPad? No, you just submit the offer. Now, an aggressive agent is going to go out and do this and beat you to the punch, just so you know. So once again, like I said in my previous slide, what other management team is delivering this content for you to share and capitalize on? All right, somebody is going to share and capitalize on this, and they're going to beat you to it because you're talking to the same people. So hopefully, like Jeff said, some people should get real excited. And then my little thing is, remember, 10% of $7,000 is $700. So when you work for another company that's offering you wine and cheese, you make an extra $700 a deal. When you engage and do what we are promoting for you to do with the Power, Educate, and Encouragement, a deal is worth $7,000, which means you got to generate 10 deals on your own to make the same amount of money, more money than you would have to do with one deal with us. You earn more money when you engage. So take advantage of some of this stuff. All right, management team. I'm going to unshare. And Chris Reed, you're on my upper left-hand corner, so let's hear from you.
Good morning. Good morning. Nothing much for you this morning other than just that there are opportunities everywhere. And the more I talk with, the more of the agents, and we sit down and go through all of the places that you can find business, ways that you can make things happen. There are literally opportunities everywhere. Even when you look to people who we call the enemy, OfferPad, like, in a situation like that, you have an opportunity that you can make 3%. So really, it's just about what are you going to do? A wise man will make more opportunities than he finds. So where are you going to make your opportunities today, this week, this month? What are you going to focus on for this next quarter? There are so many opportunities out there. All you have to do is get out there and knock. And if you don't see a door, you don't find a door, make one. Get out there and do something. There's plenty of places to find business. Even like Jeff said, FSBOs. Go knock on some doors. You got 3% sitting in your pocket. And if you're thinking about another investor who might buy or do this or do that, think of your return. If I go to OfferPad and they buy the home in 30 days, I just made 3% on, let's say, a $300,000 home in 30 days. Normally, your investor is going to buy the home. You probably won't get anything up front. You're going to have to wait to list it. You're not going to get 3% for probably close to 6 months. So your return on investment doing an OfferPad deal as an agent is actually better than bringing it to an investor and listing it 6 months from now. So when you start looking at these as opportunities to make money rather than just, that's not going to work, this isn't going to happen, put your mind down in the right place and start knocking on some doors.
Got it. Senor Puma? Your name came up on my word search game last night. I got it.
Did it?
Yeah. But
That's
I don't
interesting.
check the debit. It wasn't you. It was talking about some cat, mountain lion.
Shocker. Yeah, no, I don't have much. I would just say that in my opinion, RealSure is an even better program. So I'm not saying disregard anything of OfferPad, but I think we should. I'll go over RealSure and Current Home Price on Monday, because keep in mind, currenthomeprice.com, if you guys want to check it out, is RealSure. We've just rebranded it for our own marketing purposes. But that's RealSure. So when we use Current Home Price and someone puts in their information, we're really just taking that and letting RealSure back it up and make the offer. So it has nothing to do with us or anything else. So I would, if you're not familiar with RealSure, get familiar with it. I'll go over it maybe with Jeff or Craig on Monday. We can make that the market Monday for next week. But I think regardless, to Chris's point, this is all opportunity. It's just a matter of whether you're going to use it or not.
And just to ignore the obvious, RealSure is Realogy's attempt at the iBuyer program with a big twist. They give the seller 45 days to be on the open market. And if the open market gets them a better price, they can take it, no penalty. That's huge. It's like highly ethical. And Realogy is
But open market with you.
With you,
right?
Yes.
So they have to list it with you. And we all know that for the most part, if you get a listing right now, it's going to sell. So your main objective is to get a listing. But to Jeff's point earlier, when you reach out to a for sale by owner, what do they all want? An offer. And now you have one sitting in your back pocket. And it's really easy, because before you even call them, all you have to do is go to realsure.com, put in the address, and it will even tell you right then and there whether or not they'll even make an offer on that property. If the answer is yes, now you can call them and say, hey, I have someone interested. I just need to come over and see it first, right? When can I come over? 3 o'clock work. Great. Now you can get that offer. You can get a prelim offer before you ever even walk in the door. So you're armed with that offer. You know roughly what they're going to pay. There's some contingencies. And so we can dive into this next week. But my point is, we have a very good program that's going to put you in the middle of it. So whether you're using OfferPad or whether you're using RealSure, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. These are opportunities for you and reasons to go call someone, knock on the door, or reach out to sell by owner or expired today.
I know Home Partners opened back up in our area. Did RealSure? Are they actually
Yeah.
buying? Because I've seen some people try and put properties in, but every single one of them has been denied recently. So I didn't know if they were selective.
I did one yesterday in Tampa, and it took it, said that they made an offer. So I would assume that that they're open again.
Awesome.
But you guys can also do this as a multiple offers too. You got OfferPad and RealSure, so you can play the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Joe Diener? Any words to the wise today? You're muted, sir.
There we go. Good morning. Yes, some words to the wise. We are mid-third quarter. So we need to start understanding that the fourth quarter is coming. So whatever we really start working now is fourth quarter. So I challenge you all to make it a big fourth quarter and get those things closed for the third quarter. And that's really all the words of wisdom I have this morning.
I'm glad you brought that up, because I think we're going to buck all trends, because usually shitstorm happens in quarter four as Halloween comes and you all start screwing off for the holidays.
Well, it's not just that, Craig. It's an election year, and we always see October in an election year go a little soft on us. I've seen it for the last 20 years. Every time we get to October election year, everybody just takes a deep breath, and then all of a sudden, once the election's over, they realize it really didn't matter, and everyone comes back to the table. So stock it up, between now and September. So you might be able to take a weekend off in October when no one's looking, and then you'll be back up really busy. Because I know it was like someone just took a switch the last election in November. Once it was over, we were slammed. It'd be interesting to go back and look at our figures for 16 in November and December and compare them to another year. Because I'll say we probably had a bigger November, December in that year.
Well, it depends on who wins. It doesn't really matter because half the country's going to be pissed and half the country's going to be excited. So
62 million will be happy and 62 won't. So there we go.
Mr. Simmons?
Good morning, team. I just want to give a shout out to all the July top producers. Great job, guys. Especially a shout out to the Brandon top producers for July. Natalie with most listings, Lauren with most sales, Amy with most closed units, and Andy with most closed commissions. So kudos to you ladies, great job. And congratulations to the agents that sold homes and listed homes last week. Bina, Zeta, Dawn Lewis, Tina Cooper, Amy Camasso did 2 transactions, Lauren Fletchman, 2 sales, Eileen Mason, Emil Bellamontes, Whipper Watson, and Andy Simmons with 2 transactions. And just to leave you guys with this, success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. We always talk about consistency. We always talk about follow-up. Consistent hard work gains success. Greatness will come. And for all you new agents out there, just be patient, trust the process. It's going to happen. Thank you.
Okay, I think it's necessary to put a challenge out to some of the men in this company to get off your asses because the women are beating the pants off of you. So this is Thomas's most office. I meant to do this. I should have put you guys on this before you. But so Thomas, there's Natalie, most listings, Lauren, most sales, Amy, most closed units, and Andy, most closed commissions. I'm going to go back to the ones in my inbox, if you don't mind. Just to call everybody out. South Tampa, Otis, you want to read these? Or Joe, you read these?
Yeah, I got South Tampa, Susie on there for the first time. Congratulations, Susie. Gwen is on there almost every time. Congratulations once again, Gwen. And then Nicole Alonso on there again. So congratulations to all of them. Susie with most listings, Gwen with closed units, and Nicole with most commissions. Excuse me, that was a tight race because South Tampa has quite a few people that are really doing very well this last summer.
Yeah, I'm going to show you all some of that. Where am I? Inbox, where are you? Okay, and Sarasota. Kat, are you still on? I'm not seeing your face. Mike, is Kathleen?
I'm on. I just can't get in.
Well, we can hear you. So you want to announce your most listeners?
Sure. No problem. You guys don't need to see my face anyway. We are rocking and rolling. Martin Demaski, Shelly Vanaz, and Delia Valianti were our top producers for the month for July. Quick shout outs to Jesse Griffin, Yvonne Roca, Karina Primavera, Jack Marola, Brian Schomburg, Chad Ramsey, Neil Witz, Shelly Vanaz, Lorraine Gaithier, Don Zimmerman. All of them have closings either scheduled this week or today. And we had new listings as well from Lorraine Gaithier and Don Zimmerman. They're rocking and rolling. And just a quick word of the day. Superman is the kryptonite between our ears. That kryptonite is our brain, and that brain helps us with our ability to continue to stay on process. And combined with our determination and commitment, we can do anything.
Kryptonite between our ears. I like it. Deborah?
I'm here. So congratulations, Devonna, Robin, and Dick for an awesome month. You guys are my rock stars. I have to have a shout out for Sandy Tams and Robin for making Masters in 2019. Great job, ladies. You're doing awesome. We have been extremely busy. You know, to overcome all the offer pad issues and everything else out there, I have one thing to tell you. Farming works. Farming works every time. You just have to work it. And farming is the answer to, before our clients even get to offer pad or even think about it, if you've got your face in front of them, you will get a listing. You know, you'll be able to talk to them more about real estate than OfferPad or anybody else out there in the world. So farming works. Start farming. Mailers are good. Door to door is much better. And I'm really putting a push right now on this because we can get out there and safely farm, and we should be because no one else is. So have an awesome day, everybody.
Jeff, you want to call it Nadir or Otis?
I'll grab it.
Yeah.
I am super proud of these three. And look at Helen, just absolutely crushing it with the new listings that are going on. And Cheryl, newer to the business, which is she just had a double side. Wait till you see her in the third spot next month. Double sided her big listing in Madeira Beach, over 7-figure listing. And then Mandy coming over, just becoming one of her own, unbelievably GCC. So great job, ladies, and absolutely Craig kicking all the guys' butts. So that's just the way it's working here.
Come on, guys. We got a reputation to uphold. Otis, you want to talk about Ira B?
Sure. So
There we
Roger,
go.
who's been a mainstay for us for a long time, is back on the list. I love to see that. Rachel Jordan has been a rising star this whole year, and now she's consistently getting on there with closed units. And then, of course, Randy and Cody. These two are just grinding it out on a daily basis. Nothing has really slowed them down. And I think you'll see them continue to rise as well. My hat's off to all of them. And we've got 2 men on this list.
Yes.
2.
Love it. Brandon, we covered. Chris, you want to cover Apollo Beach real quick? Should we pick that up?
Sure. So, most listings got Laura Mesa Wolf. You can't say enough about all of the people on this list, but I admire the things that Laura does because she's so incredibly consistent with everything. Every single one of these people has some different aspects about the way they do their business, which makes them stand out. So it's no surprise that they're on here. So Laura Wolf, most listings for the month. Amazing job. She's out there typically with about 7 to 12 deals pending at any given time for this whole year. So she's been amazing. Heidi Seddon, congratulations, girl. This is something that you've been pushing for and wanting. Heidi moved from New York with basically no sphere. That was her biggest drunk monkey, and has turned it into a thriving business. The girl will literally call anybody, follow up with anybody, and make things happen. And what do you get for that? You get most sales for the month of July. Lisa Sillo, most closed units. Same kind of thing. She's diligent with everything she does, is just consistently going after the business that she's got. And then Rick Tabaros, our consummate professional, him and Ray Monahan, I would say, are neck and neck for taking that award. If that was one of our superlative awards for the office for the consummate professional, that would be Rick and Ray Monahan. But Rick, excellent job, most closed commissions. He's developed an amazing farm down in the inlets in the Bradenton area, which has just been feeding him. That consistency and diligence that he puts into that has been feeding him nonstop, and it's been an excellent ride. So thank you all so much for everything you do.
Did I cover every office? I don't want to miss anybody. I'm going to show you a little something else because I have this little pet peeve about awards, that if you show the award winners and you don't show what they did to earn the award, it's almost a letdown. I want you to know what it took to get that award so you can see what it is. So watch this. So Joy creates this report, sends it to Susie. Susie makes the flyers out, and there's a debate on whether we put the units in, because sometimes it's not good and sometimes it is good. But I'm going to show you. So to become the top listing agent for the month of July, Laura won with 3 new listings. So all it takes is 3 listings to get on the list. And if there's more than one person with 3 listings, we break the tie by sales volume. Right? That just seems like a fair way to do it. Heidi had 6 sales to be the top selling agent, and Lisa had 6 closings to be the top closing agents, and Rick brought in, drum roll, $75,313 in July, guys. Uno month. What's 75,000 times 12 months, just for fun?
Like
$900,000. That's possible. That's the industry and market you're in. Indian Rocks Beach, Roger took top listings with 2. So somebody taking 3 listings could have pushed Roger out of the top. Rachel had 6 sales. That seems to be the magic number here. And then Rachel also had 4 closings to earn the top position. And Courtney and Randy brought in $21,000 to put them in the tops in IRB. Sun City, Devana had 3 listings to make her number 1. 4 sales and 4 closings made number 1 for Robin and Dick. And Robin took most commissions of $25,000. Sarasota, Shelley won with 1 listing. So if somebody else got 1 other listing, they would have won. And 5 sales for Martin. He's a machine. 3, Dahlia, 3 closed units and $36,000. That's a monthly income, guys. How many doctors make $36,000 in a month? Not many. Natalie Bailey took tops with 3 listings. Lauren had 5, good job, Lauren, 5 sales. Amy had 5 closings, and Andy brought in $41,000 for the month. And then Madeira Beach, 2 listings from Helen put her in the top position. Cheryl brought in 6 sales. Holy cow. Mandy brought in 3 closings for $26,000. 26,000 times 12 is $312,000 a year. South Tampa, Susie brought in 3 listings to earn the number 1 position. Gwen brought in 19 sales, 21 closings. You know, those are builder closings. And then Nicole Alonso, $57,000 in 1 month. That's friggin' awesome. And then Team Imagine is Sarah and Molly and Lisa. So those 3 are working together. They're only a real team. But 6 new listings is fantastic. 4 sales, 2 closings, and $20,000. Does that help you see? Does that make sense to see what the real numbers are? So it's not, these are attainable numbers. And to win in any one of these offices is a huge accomplishment. So keep that in mind. All right, cool. All right, back to where I was. Where was I? Sorry, I'm just getting lost in my thing here. Oh, okay, we'll go to my inbox. Did every manager speak or did I mess that up? I think I messed that up. I got off track. We heard from Thomas, heard from Deb. Ashley.
Hi. Most of my stuff is going to be, you know, always talking about referrals. I think in our manager meeting yesterday, we were talking about like our lead router and everything. No, I'm sorry, our Zap phone calls and whatnot. I just want everybody to remember to ask for that referral. I think that's the biggest thing, is unblocking the fact that you can help somebody's mom move from Texas to California because you still have the ability to get that, get paid on it and help those people. Or when you're talking to FSBOs and you're talking to doing all these awesome things that you guys continue to push out. So any questions, let me know. I've got content for days for sure, but I want you all to know that I always have your best interest as well as your clients' best interest at heart. And it's basically free money. And if you are leaving a closing table without trying to get that referral on the other side, wherever they're going, you're leaving money on the table. So don't do it. Just call me.
My brother's not paying attention, so I turned his camera off because it's rude to be talking on the phone while you're on camera in front of a whole company-wide meeting. So.
Let's tell Jeff. No, seriously. So no, we're all here. You know, I think that we're very, very blessed to have such an amazing management team. Seriously, thank you so much, Craig, for all that you're doing for our agents and our clients and all of us. So yeah,
I should take advantage of it because it's really good.
No, I mean, I couldn't even imagine being with another company right now because of the fact that we've already had all these tools in place, whereas a lot of other companies are trying to like scramble and catch up, and they, you know, we're just easily flowing into it as opposed to trying to catch up. It wasn't so much of a catch up thing; it was a, you know,
I'm just doing an hour and a half long presentation with Centric Going Corporate today. That'll be interesting to see where they got up their mind. Okay, a couple things in my inbox I just want to call out. You guys know about this. I'm amazed how many people don't, but this is Realogy saying real estate brokerages and individual agents, both within and outside the Century 21 network in Florida and Massachusetts, have been receiving demand letters threatening lawsuits based on alleged violations of the Fair Housing Act. I've told you guys about this. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I've got it recorded. I can prove it. We were solicited and sued for our website not being valid. Our website is Zap, so I pushed it on Century 21 Legal. They took care of it, so you're good. But if you have your own personal website, there's a law firm that is going after. So if you've got, and a lot of you have your own websites, they have to be handicap capable. So ADA, American with Disabilities Act. So a partially blind person on the internet, they can put an app on their computer that when they mouse over a logo, it'll tell them there's a link there. It'll say it's a link to century21.com or it's a link to this. And your website has to be compliant with those things. So if you have your own website, don't worry about the Century 21 stuff. They've already taken care of theirs. And that's it. But if you have your own website, I want you to call your website designer and see if they're ADA compliant. And if they don't know, get a different designer or tell them to get educated. Because their threat is this: fix your website, or here's the lawsuit we're filing, and we're only going to charge you a mild fee if you fix it fast, or you just have to pay our legal fees, which will probably be $2,500. So it's a $2,500 scam, BS, slimy lawyer trick, but it's real. So if you have your own website, check with your website host and make sure you're ADA compliant. Is that clear? I don't know how else to say it. There you go, and it's real. This is Paramount, the Florida Agency Network, is doing some trainings. On August 18th is Jim Holloway navigating the contract. You guys are really good at your contract, but you're welcome to watch Jim. He was on with me on Friday. August 25th, I think, is something you might want to consider being a part of. A live demo of how a random online notary e-closing looks and feels. So that's going to be this class on August 25th. Kind of a cute one, right? Remote online notary. This is like a virtual closing. Your customers can do it from their house. Cool stuff, especially with COVID, because there are people freaking out. So I want you to be aware of that. I know we've already covered it, but get over here. Okay. We did top. Red. Century 21 University. I mean, I think we're missing out. Lead Gen 21 Sphere of Influence. It's a deep dive on unique ways to reach out and deal with your sphere, contact sport. Social media strategies at 1 o'clock on Tuesday. It's today. All about listings workshop, 3 sessions at 3 o'clock today. Level Up Part 2, agent panels, Fine Homes and Estates, 7 o'clock tonight. Prospecting 101 tomorrow at 1 o'clock. 3 price strategies you need to know. I forwarded this to you last night. Social media strategies, affiliated, and that's 10 a.m. on Thursday. And then Friday, Mind Over Market with Greg Harrelson and Brian Ellington. That's 12 o'clock. So there you go. Shut this down. And what else have I read? This one. Oh, just a pain in the ass note. We are getting new printers and copier scanners, which means you're not going to be able to print in the office on your personal phone or your laptop unless you get the drivers. So we will be sending notes out because we had to cancel this week. And the technicians will be there. We're going to train the receptionist how to do it too, but it's just easier because if you're in a pinch and you run in and need to print something, you're not going to work on your own laptop. But there's also, you can get the HP printer driver app on your phone, and you can print from your phone too, which is really cool on these printers. So just pay attention, that's coming soon. And then I've got 2 welcome to the teams. Ginu Joseph. She's originally from India and moved to the US when she was 14 years old. She lived in Chicago, Illinois for 15 years. She moved to Tampa Bay in 2005 to enjoy the beautiful Florida weather and live in Valrico with her husband and 4 beautiful girls. My goal is to help you find your beautiful dream home, and she'll be working on the Brandon team. So welcome, Ginu. We've also got another welcome in a blue down here somewhere. I think it turned to blue. Yeah, this one. Welcome to the Brandon team. Go Thomas. Heather Bardstew. I was born in Georgia, spent many years living in Alabama and 26 years living in Florida. In 2008, she was offered the opportunity to be a part of the Disney College program, which brought her to Central Florida. After learning much from Disney, she began pursuing her passion of helping others. She graduated from the University of Central Florida with her Bachelor's of Science degrees in nursing in 2012. While in nursing school, she met a pilot. We later married and moved to his hometown in Northern Europe. As his hometown is near the snowy Arctic Circle, we decided Florida was a perfect home for us. Cool. Welcome, Heather. And and Celeste. So Celeste Busby has been with us for a long time, and she's been Aisha's assistant for a long time. And Celeste has joined the back office processing team, so she'll be kind of filling in where Danielle, I talked to her last night. She's doing great. She loves her job. So Celeste is going to help in. So you're going to see emails coming from Celeste Busby. She's part of the team. Welcome, Celeste. She'll be splitting her time, half time with Aixa and half time with us to fill in the gap of doing compliance processing. So you'll see some love notes from Celeste asking you to get your shit together, just for fun. Very good. Oh, this is everywhere. Come on, Craig, get your stuff together. Paramount Plus. There we go. And last thing are my leads. No. Oh, I had a couple of just reminder things. The Agent Exchange app is where you might be getting referrals directly from Cardis, from a broker-to-broker referral thing, but you got to have the app on the phone. So you want to save this number. If you don't have the Agent Exchange app, get it. I want to make sure OpCity, you're playing the game with OpCity. So if you're not and you want to get re-engaged, there's OpCity's number. I want to remind you, there's a Cardis app, which we just talked about. Do you have the Century Home Bagans Enterprises app on your phone? It's a well-run, very cool tool. It's like everything's in one place type of thing. So that's there for you. Just go to the Play Store and look up Century Home Bagans. And OfferPad, we talked about that. That was from last week. I should have deleted it. And then my last slide of the day is this one where I go through. Leads are on the decline, and that's not a bad thing in my world. And I want to clarify this, guys. I mean, we're really having at management levels a lot of debates on the validity of these leads, because the fact of the matter is nobody, no offense meant, is following up like they should. You know, the algorithms are doing it well, like OfferPad has a back office machine that's putting an automatic dialing a number while a call center person sits there and takes the call if they answer, and they make 26 attempts in the first 30 days. They ain't none of us who's going to do that. So the world is just changing. I would like to throw this out. Century 21 Realogy has partnered with a company called Ojo to build their own OpCity, basically. And they're going to use artificial intelligence. And what they want to do is take the leads that they have, run them through Ojo, and only send back qualified appointments, rather than throwing you guys 10 million leads and saying, figure out which 5 million, or 100 million leads and figure out which 5 million you're going to buy. And then when you break that down, if there's 100 million internet leads, which there are, and there's 5 million home sales, what percentage of home sales do you think result from an internet lead? Maybe 5 or 10%. So it's insane. Most of the home sales with realtors are done from sphere of influence and past clients, like 50, 60%. So it's just, there's a whole bunch of questions here. So what Century 21 wants me to do is take our century21.com leads, which you'll see are on the rise. We've had 54 century21.com leads, and give them to the listing agent first, but most of your listing agents don't even want them because you can't get a hold of them because they're bullshit names with Donald Duck and shit. And then if you don't answer it, then it's going to go to Ojo, and Ojo is going to not manipulate, that's the wrong word. It's going to massage it, nurture it, that's a better word. It's going to nurture it until it's ready, then they send it back to you. The problem with sending it back to you is you have to answer, because if you don't, it's going to go to somebody else. So it's the same game, right? So that's one of the debates we're having. So I want to make clear on this, that leads are on decline. but I'll put this word in front of it, non-SOI leads, right? These are just internet leads that are on the decline. Our non-SOI leads are dependent on us making contact. And so if our non-SOI leads are on decline, it's because we're not talking to people, because there is so much. I'm getting friggin' deals out here, just walking in the street, because I go out every morning. Nobody was out this morning, but it was raining. And I want to remind you, video, text, chats, contact junkie, follow-up is key. So we have ways to do it if you've got lots of leads. And I think I showed you one day last week that 235 of you are ineligible to receive leads. I got a love note from my daughter on Friday, said I just cleared up 183 leads and I am now in the green. And she sent me a screenshot. So she did what she was asked to do. Our leads last week, 54. The number one lead spot was 54 for Century 21, 10 for relocation, 40 for Op City, 15 walk-ins, 32 sign calls, 17 for the Zillow beta team, and 31 social ad engine, which Puma's running. And if you watched his class yesterday, he thinks on that social ad engine, 31 leads, that maybe 2 or 3 are serious prospects. So he showed you how to do that yesterday. So pay attention. And our birthdays, Umbria Burns from Brandon on the 18th, which is today, along with Lorraine Davis from Brandon, two 18th, Thomas. Melissa Gill tomorrow and from Hollow Beach, Nick Newberry, Madeira Beach, Jamie Bober on the 20th, along with Neil Witz, Eddie Velez on the 21st, Joe Aletto on the 22nd, Sandra Whittle on the 23rd, Dennis Johnson on the 24th, Lila Ayub on the 24th, and we got a out of order Elizabeth Smart on the 19th, Ginu Joseph, our new agent, on the 19th from Brandon, and Alex Pavlova on the 24th from South Tampa. So happy birth week to you all, and this is the end. Please log into your local office's Zoom room. Jeff, I didn't get you to speak. Do you have anything you want to add since you were on the phone before? You're muted.
No, I was good. I was talking to your father called me in, so he's busted for not watching, and that's what I was talking to him about. So anyway, I'll take the bullets. No, guys, just get a Y, get to work. That's it. I mean, it's never been better than it is right now, so just go get yours. That's the plan. See you guys in Pinellas room shortly. Bye.